past 6 months, I have lived in Colombia. I've lived, well, Cartagena specifically. I've been in El Salvador, and then I've been in Brazil. Get into some reflections of being a full-time digital nomad for the past, 6 months. That I love about being a full-time digital nomad is the fact that I can just figure it out as I go. Like, that is what works best for my personality. I like having plans, but plans change, and I like having the power to be able to change those plans. So those are my current travel plans as I prepare to finish up my time boa tarde, well, boa noite.
Vendo uma voz aqui, eu tô ouvindo alguém falar.
Eu falo português muito frequente. Eu falo inglês.
Fique à vontade.
Obrigado. I don't know about you all, but for me, time has truly been moving by so freaking fast. I was sitting here looking at my calendar and I was like, this week makes 6 months that I embarked on traveling full-time through Central and South America as a full-time digital nomad. And I can't believe it's been 6 months so fast. I'm like, well, where did the time go? It seemed like it was just yesterday. I was riding around Memphis just vibing, you know, and now I'm sitting in Brazil planning out my next steps. And I want to share that with you all, my next steps, where I plan on going after leaving Brazil and all of that jazz. But I just wanted to get into some reflections of being a full-time digital nomad for the past, 6 months. Many of you all have been following me for quite some time on my other channel. Some of you all just found me here on this channel. Some of you all found me on Threads. You found me in so many different places, and I want to welcome you all here. Thank you for tuning in for this journey. So in these past 6 months, I have lived in Colombia. I've lived, well, Cartagena specifically. I've been in El Salvador, and then I've been in Brazil. I've been here the longest, where I've had the opportunity to stay in Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, and now in Salvador. I'm considering going to Sao Luis or Recife before I leave. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to make, you know what I'm saying, those changes or not. It just kind of depends on how everything goes with my health checkup and all of that I have this week. And so, as some of you all have seen in my previous vlog, I have registered with a tax-paying ID number here in Brazil, which allows me to be able to connect with a primary care physician. Oh my gosh, as I've started recording this, it is now raining. I'm going to move closer inside so that I don't be inside of this rain. It's like as soon as I got up, the sprinkling started to slow down, so we get to stay outside and still have this beautiful sunset behind me. But as many of you all know, I am a registered tax-paying foreigner here in the country, and that allows me to be able to register for their universal health care here. So I now have a primary physician who I can go see for doctor's appointments, testing, all of that jazz. And so I have an appointment that's coming up. And with their universal healthcare system, when you use the public system, everything is free. Even when you get recommended to specialists, things of that nature, it's all free. So that's one of the beautiful benefits of being in Brazil that I've absolutely loved. The people here have been amazing. They've been beautiful. They've been nice, respectful, helpful, accommodating. Like, it's been absolutely amazing. I have one of the restaurants here that I frequent a lot. I frequent it so much that they don't even charge me for coffee anymore. They just bring it out for me while I'm there. And I take that as an honor because it means that, you know, building relationships through that consistency and that mutual, you know, support, things of that nature. And I'm definitely going to miss leaving this space because my lease is up the end of this week, and so I will actually be getting up next week, and so I have to find where I'm going to be staying. I still don't know, and my lease is up in a few days. But so as I've said, I've been in Brazil, and so as I'm planning out what my next places are going to be, I'm planning on staying in Bahia for a couple more weeks, and then I may make my way up to São Luís or Recife. I don't know quite yet. I'm still deciding. And that's one thing that I love about being a full-time digital nomad, is the fact that I can just figure it out as I go. Like, that is what works best for my personality. I like having plans, but plans change, and I like having the power to be able to change those plans to how I need for them to be changed, or what it is that I need to do. That is totally a benefit for me. And that's one of the things that I've truly settled into as being a full-time digital nomad, is allowing myself to have that flexibility and that freedom. I'm a life path 5. Life path 5s are all about adventure, flexibility, freedom, just all that jazz. And I realize I have a very non-committal type of personality, and that's why I've attracted non-committal type of people oftentimes, because internally, when I have that freedom of movement and the choice to be able to do what I want, I choose freedom. I choose non-commitment. I choose to be able to move around or do different things as much as I want to, until I find something that I like. And I truly love that about being a digital nomad. I love the unpredictability. Believe it or not, I love the unpredictability. And so as I'm planning my move from after I leave Brazil, and I was posting this on Threads earlier today, I was like, this is my current digital nomad plan of movement after I leave Brazil. But knowing me, that can change, and I think that's exactly why being a digital nomad is what's perfect for me, because I allow myself to change. And since I'm solo traveling, I don't have to worry about making sure that this plan is good for this person, or is good for this person, or that I'm being respectful. I like just being by myself, doing what I want to do, changing how I want to change, and going with the flow that way. It's less pressure, you know, less pressure. Oh, child, I was thirsty. Oh, I was thirsty. It's almost a full moon. Oh my gosh, that moon is so beautiful outside. So, after leaving Brazil, my current plans are to go back to Colombia, but I want to go to a different part of Colombia. The last time I was in Colombia, I spent my time in Cartagena. But I want to go back to Santa Marta. Santa Marta is also along one of my planetary conjunctions with my astrocartography and my Venus line. And I absolutely loved the last time I visited Santa Marta. It was beautiful. It's another beach town, but it's a little less expensive than Cartagena, and it's less busy. It's not as touristy. So I'm planning on going back to Santa Marta. I have about 2 more months left on my regular visa in Colombia. I can request to extend it for 3 extra months if needed, but my visa, it restarts in December. And so I know for sure I'm going to be spending probably like 2 months in Cartagena. I mean, not Cartagena, sorry, Colombia. Then after Colombia, I'm planning on going to Guatemala, and I do plan on being in Guatemala for about 3 months or so. And so spend about a good 3 months in Guatemala, because I want to get through Guatemala City, Antigua, and it's another one that I've been looking at that I want to get to inside of Guatemala. And I also plan on attending a Spanish school while I'm there. And so I'm excited for that, because I'll be staying with a local family, living amongst, you know, the locals as I'm working on my Spanish and meeting people and things of that nature. And so I'm excited about that. And then I plan on going to Peru. Now, what many people don't realize is that once you hit below the equator, the seasons flip. So when it's summertime in the United States, it's wintertime in other places. Well, down here, and so on and so forth. So during the cold months in the most times in the United States, we have like December, January, February, Marches, or whatnot. That's when it's hot in Peru. So I'm planning on going to Peru around their warmer months, because I like being places when it's warm. I can't do cold. if the country is cold, you won't be seeing me there, okay? You won't be seeing me there. But I plan on going to Peru during their warm months, and I think I'm gonna stay there until my birthday, because I did want to spend my birthday in Peru this year, but I decided to just stay in Brazil. And so I do plan on going to Peru and being in Peru for my birthday next year, and so I'm going to spend a few months there. And I'm excited because one of my previous Spanish coaches from when I was in college, because yes, I've taken Spanish courses in college. One of my coaches, she was from Peru, and she was like, you have to come visit Lima. And then of course I want to visit my next 7 world wonder. This will be number 3, and so I plan on doing that in my time in Peru. So that's why I need to get in shape, and that's why I need to get out of Brazil, because I'm gaining so much weight here. It's normal for people to come here and gain weight because the food is heavy. It's good, but it's heavy. I've gained so much weight, and I need to get it together, okay? Someone had made a comment on my post on Threads the other day, and he was like, you know, enjoy your time here. We're beautiful people. We love everyone. We like to treat people, you know, how we want to be treated. And he was like, be prepared to gain weight. And I was like, Il Tino. Il Tino. I have, okay? I already have. And so those are my current travel plans as I prepare to finish up my time. Boa tarde. Well, boa noite.
Vendo uma voz aqui, eu tô ouvindo alguém falar.
Eu falo português muito frequente. Eu falo inglês.
Fique à vontade.
Obrigado. A guy was working out, and he was listening. It's like, oh, someone's speaking, you know, English, and came out to see. But and so in this time, it's been so beautiful meeting different people, experiencing different cultures. I highly recommend, if you feel Brazil is calling your name, you need to bring your ass here. It's something here for you. If you've been feeling the need to come, you need to come. The cost of living is pretty decent, and I'll answer any questions that you all have. Definitely leave them down below inside of the comments, and I'll answer them in an upcoming video. Anything that you have in regards to digital nomad, visas in the countries that I've visited so far, money questions, whatever the case is, go ahead and leave them down below inside of the comments. And with that being said, I'm gonna go and close out this video. I thank you all for being here, listening to my digital nomad journey and diary. Definitely check out my vlogs that I've been posting and uploading. Shout out to everyone who have been watching. I know it's different content from what I was posting when I first had my channel, and YouTube is all about finding your footing and what you really like to do. And I realized I like to share my personal experiences and not just always be the one that people seek for guidance and, you know, certain things. Like, I like to be free and not feel like I have to show up a certain way, if that makes sense. And so I've been enjoying this process of vlogging and getting into my creativity and things of that nature. I feel like it's getting better and better. And so definitely check out my vlogs that I've posted. My microphone, I'm getting better with that, y'all, because I know my sound was a little, you know what I'm saying, a little questionable. But I thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for tuning in. And I need y'all to always remember, sometimes it really is that deep. It really is that deep. So it's okay to dig further, honey. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.